All right, so the NBA draft happened. I believe it was 2, 3 days ago now, and I wanted to make a video like talking about like winners and losers or like what I thought about the draft. But there's like 100,000 videos on that already. It's way too late for that now. So I want to talk about like a couple of losers of the draft. And when I say losers, I don't mean like players that maybe got drafted too low or anything like that. I'm talking about players that's already in the NBA that I feel like got negatively impacted by people who were drafted. So I'm just jump right into it. The more I say the names, you'll understand the concept more. But first, on my list, I got up Kemba. I just feel so bad for this man. It felt like just yesterday he was averaging 25. It was an All-Star game starter. You feel me? And obviously the Hornets didn't give him the max contract, which in hindsight makes a lot of sense because they wouldn't have gotten LaMelo. And he's going to Boston to go, play to win or whatever. And I believe they made it to the conference finals in the bubble, and that was great and everything. But obviously, it just ended up not working out, so he got bought out. He's going to the Knicks, his hometown. They just made the playoffs. They're about to maybe go back to the playoffs. They end up missing the playoffs, and now on draft night he got traded to the Pistons, and now they're gonna buy him out. So he's gonna get bought out on a bought out. Bought out on a bought out. Bought out on a buyout, basically. So yeah, he's been bought out twice in the past 2 years. It's honestly ridiculous to see this guy's fall from grace. So now he could go pretty much wherever he want. I'm gonna assume the buyout is gonna be for around the minimum or somewhere around there. So some teams are gonna be able to afford that. So depending on which team he go, he might not be a loser. He could go to a contender. But I just feel like he's a loser because all the stability is gone. Like Kemba doesn't know if he's gonna be on the same team this year from next year and the year after that, because there's just no stability whatsoever, man. He just keeps on getting hurt. He's not consistent anymore. It's just yeah. So I think he's a loser after the draft. And second, I had Isaiah Stewart. And the reason why I had him there is because obviously that's the starting center for the Pistons. I feel like Jalen Duren. I think maybe midway through the season, maybe a little bit earlier, he's gonna take his starting spot. And at first, I thought, oh wait, I thought they was going after DeAndre Ayton, and if they're still gonna go after him, then maybe Stewart's gonna have to go because it's gonna be three centers that you have to give minutes to. And then all reports say that I think the DeAndre Ayton stuff fell off for the Pistons, so I guess that's better. But I still think that Isaiah Stewart's going to lose his starting spot, so that's why I have him as a loser. I just really like Jalen Duren, me personally. So yeah, and if anything, if Isaiah Stewart's not a loser and he's going to stay on the Pistons and just be the backup to Jalen Duren, I might have to put DeAndre Ayton's name here too, because I personally don't think DeAndre Ayton wants to be on the Suns. I feel like the reason why he doesn't want to take a pay cut because he knows he could do more. I feel like DeAndre Ayton could be a 20 and 10, 20 and 11 guy, and he's refusing to take the money like the player he is now because he feels like he could be a better player, if that makes sense, because he's not getting enough touches. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So if anything, if not Isaiah Stewart's name here, then I'll have to put DeAndre Ayton's name. And now that leads me to the Isaiah Stewart's teammate, Killian Hayes. It's done for this man. I honestly liked him coming into the draft, 6'5" point guard, shooting guard, could play defense. I thought he was going to be able to play off Cade well. He's been absolutely terrible. I think he took a step back since his rookie season. I just don't understand like how he got this bad. So they forced him to start games and all that, but all that is dead now. They got Jaden Ivey, who's already projected to be way better than him already. So yeah, all those petty minutes. What do you call those? Petty minutes. Like I feel bad for you, so you're gonna get minutes. Whatever those are called. Those are done up. Those are done for. I wouldn't be surprised if Killian Hayes 3 or 4 years from now is out the league, maybe on some stupid contract like Frank Ntilikina or something like that. Because it's just like they already have a couple guards in front of him, like Frank Jackson, who he needs a couple minutes. He's young, and they got Saban Lee, who was I think he was drafted last year. He was a rookie. He's been playing pretty good too. So I think this is it's not the end for him because he still has time to show something to be a backup guard. But honestly, if he doesn't show anything this season, I can see them declining the team option, and he's gonna start looking for minimum contracts and maybe be out the league. So yeah, that's it for Killian Hayes. Next, I have Jalen Suggs. Maybe not put Jalen Suggs here. Obviously, he was on the Magic. He's high school teammates, and they went to the same college, but obviously not at the same time. With Chet Holmgren, they ended up not drafting his boy. And another thing, this is really why I don't like the Magic. It's just too many mouths to feed, man. You got Markelle, Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony. Now you got Paolo. Now you got Wendell. Now you got Franz Wagner. It's gonna be a lot of guys that need to get the ball. And I just feel like Jalen Suggs is gonna be. I just think he's gonna be the odd man out. he can't shoot, and now he's going to be playing off the ball even more. So I don't know what role he plays on this team. So I think we could see a situation where Jalen Suggs even gets traded, because I just don't see the role for him on this team, because he cannot shoot, and he's going to have to play off ball due to the amount of guys that's going to have the ball in their hands, especially after they just drafted Paolo, who is looking like I would say he a point forward. But yeah, Jalen Suggs, I feel like is another loser. Now, another loser I got is Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter, in this past playoff series, of course, he's going against the Heat and their, I guess you could call it, legendary defense. The man averaged about 9 points and like 36% from the field. That's absolutely terrible. I feel like it's kind of redundant to have him and Bogdanovich on the same team. And good for the Hawks, the 16th pick, they got AJ Griffin, who's supposed to be this two-way monster who could shoot. He's athletic and all that. And I think that fits a lot better with Trae Young than this defensive liability that they have in Kevin Huerter. And it only helps that AJ Griffin is supposed to be able to shoot as good as him. So I think sooner rather than later, we could see Kevin Huerter move away from the Hawks, maybe come off the bench. We're going to see. But I feel like AJ Griffin's going to be pairing a lot better with Trae Young than Kevin Huerter. And we're going to see Kevin Huerter on a new team probably sometime soon. And then lastly, this is a little bit of a nitpick here, but I'm going to put LeBron James, man, because, oh my God, how did Jaden Hardy fall to number 37 and the Lakers had 35 and they didn't pick him? I just don't understand that. Jaden Hardy has got to be the most hold player ever, because, like I get it. He was inefficient. You know, he didn't play as well as everybody would have wanted him to. But, like, come on, how is that fair to him? Like, I'm pretty sure he was one of the guys that season got cut short because of COVID. So he's basically not even playing basketball. And then his high school season gets cut short, and now he's jumping straight into playing against pro players. How is that fair to him at all? Obviously, the efficiency is not going to be where you want it to be, because he's basically jumping straight from playing high school basketball in like the 11th grade or something like that, straight to playing pro basketball. And I feel like, I don't know if that's exactly accurate. I don't know if he did get to play a full season or not. I really don't. I really can't say off the top of my head, but I do know that COVID, did shut down one of his seasons. So I just don't think it's fair to him. And I feel like he would have been a bucket getter, man. And the fact that the Lakers could have selected him, and they said they took Max Christie, who honestly I don't know much about, but I damn sure know he don't have the upside of Jaden Hardy. So I just feel like it would have been better to have that guy who I know can score the ball, whether if it's efficient or not. I know he can score, and I think he will end up being the steal of the draft. I don't see anybody else that fell down that far that's going to be better than him, to be honest with you. So yeah, man, those are 7 players that I feel like are losers coming from the draft. Is that big of a deal? Not really. I feel like Isaiah Stewart is going to be pretty fine. Jalen Suggs is going to be fine for the most part, as long as they just have a decent season. But yeah, man, if you watched up to this part, thank you, man. If you want to know my thoughts on the draft, I think everything was pretty cool. Like, I knew Paolo. I think Paolo's going to be the best one out of everybody. That was just me from the start. We'll see, man. Yeah, thank you for watching, man. Bye.